Hey guys, it's Nick from Miss here. Today I have an interesting Dead by Daylight topic video. This game is full of iconic licensed characters, as well as epic original ones created by Behavior Interactive. I made an original killer ideas video a few months ago, where I mentioned the ideas of a robot, a scarecrow, and a pirate killer. That video will be in the description, but for today's video, I'm making a part 2. My ideas are generic concepts for sure, but could have amazing potential in DBD with whatever kind of thing they come up with. Don't expect me to go full OC here and make up a demon lord killer named Reggie who uses his guitar as a weapon. This is all relatively simple ideas. Either way, I'm excited, so let's begin. I'll get this one out of the way first because it's probably the least interesting on my list. A zombie. Of course, they could go with the licensed route and use a Left 4 Dead zombie as a killer, but that's not what this video is about. The only zombies in Dead by Daylight as of right now are the NPC zombies Nemesis can summon during a match to stall survivors and attack them. These zombies are boring and generic looking, so if Behavior released a zombie killer on their own, I expect the design to be way more epic. Eyeballs falling out, exposed bones where its hands should be, burnt rotten skin, etc. We have undead killers, but not this kind of undead. Zombies are one of the most iconic Halloween villains ever, and I'm sure most of you watching this video have definitely seen a zombie movie in your life. Its power could be biting the survivor and putting them into an infected state where they'd have to run around the map for the mechanic to absolve their infection. I know that's similar to Nemesis' ability, but they could make it more unique. Maybe they'll go the Stubbs the Zombie route and have the killer roll its head like a bowling ball or throw its arm as a projectile. The possibilities are endless. I think using its exposed bone as a melee weapon would be a gross and interesting new take. And of course, we have to see a classic brain eating for the Mori. I would love to see an ancient Egyptian mummy/pharaoh killer. A mummy is yet again another classic Halloween character and definitely could work as a badass killer in DBD. They could include a really interesting Egyptian-themed map, fit with pyramids and tombs. I am having a tough time thinking of what his powers or weapon could be, but I found this really cool fan-made concept for a mummy killer in Dead by Daylight, pictured here. It looks like he has some sort of ancient dagger, which is good. I could also maybe imagine a staff of some kind. His power could be something curse-related or involving his bandages. Either way, I think a mummy is long overdue for Dead by Daylight. By far, this is one of my favorite ideas on the list. A freaking werewolf. I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet. Yeah, I'm mentioning all the classic Halloween monsters, so what better than a werewolf? We could get a half-man, half-wolf appearance, and his power could involve the moon, where he looks up at it and transforms into a full werewolf, able to run on all fours, track survivors with his nose, and rip and tear his prey apart. His melee weapon could be his giant werewolf claws, and I imagine he could have many amazing Mori possibilities, like ripping out the survivor's throat with his bare teeth. The survivors could have a new mechanic where they find a gun with a single-shot silver bullet in various chests across the map, and if they manage to hit the werewolf while he's transformed, it will revert him to his regular form and make him unable to transform again for a brief period of time. I think a werewolf has potential to be one of Dead by Daylight's greatest original killers if they pull it off right. Finally, I can't help but imagine how interesting Medusa, or in other words, a gorgon killer, would be. I don't expect Behavior to actually use Medusa herself, but they could definitely make their own original gorgon killer and draw inspiration from her. Her tail, or a snake from her head, could be the melee weapon, with her power obviously being related to slowing the survivors down and turning them into stone with her gaze. It would be an interesting mechanic to see in action. Maybe this gorgon would have a slower movement speed like Nurse to make up for this strong power. We could even get a Greek mythology-inspired map, so I'm definitely keeping my fingers crossed for this chapter. It feels less likely than the other ideas I mentioned, but I'd love it nonetheless. So those were some more ideas I had for original killers in Dead by Daylight. I thought about including an alien killer, but with the singularity being an alien robot, I figure he's better than a generic Martian anyways. Which one of my ideas was your favorite? Let me know down below. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, this has been Necfamous. See you later.